And Chair, the floor is yours. We are rolling.
Welcome, everyone. We're the City of Morro Bay Recreation and Parks Commission. This is our regular meeting, January 1st, 2021 at 6 p.m. This meeting is being held via teleconference. There are 5 members on the committee. And to establish a quorum, there must be 3 members present. We have all 5 present. So welcome all. I call this meeting to order. I want to say that we've all been ravaged by the COVID-19 pandemic. You know, in our spirit of unity and empathy, I wanted to take this time to express my sincere gratitude for the people, you know, of our City of Morro Bay Park and Recreation Department. They've met and are continuing to meet, you know, this dark challenge with professionalism and decency and optimism. And although our numbers in the department have decreased, their community is still receiving the services. So I commend you all. I really greatly appreciate it. Angelica and Kirk, thank you.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
Please join me now in a moment of silence. Now our Pledge of Allegiance. Skip, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
All righty. I pledge allegiance
To the
To the
flag
flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic
for which
for
it
which it
stands,
stands,
one
one
nation,
nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty
and justice for all.
Thanks, Skip.
Thank you. You're welcome.
The next item on our agenda is announcements. Are there any announcements that my fellow commissioners would like to make?
Yes, there is. This will be Skip Sorage's last meeting with the Parks and Rec Department. And I want to thank everybody for your hard work and your fellowship and working together. It's been a real pleasure for me, and I know that you'll carry on and do a great job. You're having a new member, and I believe this lady is going to do a great job. She's young and get some new blood in there. So continue on and do a great job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Skip.
Thank you, Skip.
Yeah, thanks for your service, Skip.
Thank you, Skip. Thank you, Skip. It's been a great, 4 years?
A little over.
Way to go.
How are we going to know what's happening in pickleball?
I can definitely just either give Kurt a call and give him updates, or else I can join your Zoom meeting as an audience.
All right.
I'm sure everything. I will say this: it's been going really well. So, as far as an update with pickleball, and so doing real well, and it's just going to keep going. So, anyway,
Very good.
continue with the meeting.
Well, the next, Skip, is our Morro Bay Senior Citizens Incorporated. Do you have a report for us?
Well, there's not been a lot going on as far as trips or bingo, or it's all been shut down because of COVID. Pickleball's still going, but other than that, there's nothing open at the senior center. So it's kind of right now not good as far as any kind of participation. So, but we'll, I think as soon as this vaccine and everything. Like, for instance, I'm getting mine tomorrow. So, as soon as all of that gets implemented and things start to change, we're going to be back. They'll get open. I know I'm definitely, well, of course, I was in their meetings, and of course, that's how I know that there's not been much going on at all. But it's going to open up, and I'm sure you guys will pick a new liaison person to join in on those meetings. And Bev Schwartz, she's been doing the meetings with Zoom.
Very good.
Thanks. Yeah.
Good.
We'll select the liaison at our next meeting when we do a chairman and vice chair and all those selections. That takes place in March. I could jump in really quick on the seniors report if I can, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
And just to let the folks out there know that we still are continuing with many of our activities, outdoor activities. So we've got the Tai Chi group that meets Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10:30 in Tidelands Park. We've got the walking group meeting Wednesdays at 11 o'clock in front of the Maritime Museum. We have pickleball every day with the seniors hosting Monday through Saturday from 9 to 12. We also have bocce ball where the folks meet Thursdays at 1 o'clock at Tidelands Park. And then we also have the San Luis Obispo County Public Health Balance class, and that's taking place 10:30 on Tuesdays. They're also looking at adding another class, and it might be balance or it might be a stretch class, and we're shooting for Thursdays here at the community center parking lot, like the balance classes. And that's some of the activities that the senior center is continuing on with. So I wanted to throw that in there. And then, Mr. Chairman, I wanted to make sure that your other commissioners had an opportunity for announcements, and then bring it back to staff so we can let you know what we think.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So any other announcements from the commissioners?
No.
None from me, thank you.
None.
So, Lower Bay staff, any announcements?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I'm going to let Angelica go ahead and give you an update on our distance learning program that she's responsible for. Angelica.
Okay. So we are very proud of our program. It's been a huge success. Currently, we are serving 69 families. So that's really great. Our classrooms are full. Del Mar, I'm not sure if you know this, Del Mar has started having children on campus and in-person learning. They're kindergartners and they're transitional kindergartners. And then they have small special groups that are going. So we have worked with the district to have buses that take them and pick them up. And so that's been really successful. That has also increased our participation because we have more families who are needing it now. We are doing other great things besides just the Zooms and the success of the kids. Number one is I meet with Janet, the principal, regularly, and she just recently told us that her school was able to do that, was able to bring the students back because of the success that we've had, because the kids who come to our program are getting their work done and they're not falling behind. Yeah, so that was a really big success story for us. We also, we're working with the food service program at the San Luis Coastal District and providing food boxes for our families. They get delivered here. The families pick them up weekly. We're also doing services like their speech classes, their reading and writing classes. Some of our kids attend Big Brothers Big Sisters Zoom classes, and we help get them signed in and Zooming with their brothers and sisters. It's just been great. These families love our programs. They're very, very happy with it. And I think my staff are happy with it. In turn, I am too. So it's been great. We plan to stay at the community center until all grade levels go back to school campus. So the goal was mid-January. We're past that goal, unfortunately, but we'll go back when they're ready. It's dependent on county and state guidelines. So Thanks, guys.
Great job.
Yeah, very good. Yes.
Thank you, Angelica. And I don't have announcements this time, gentlemen. So back to you, Mr. Chairman.
All right. We'll go to the next item on our agenda. That would be the public comment period. Pursuant to Section 3 of Executive Order N-2920, issued by Governor Newsom on March 17th, 2020, this meeting is being conducted telephonically through Zoom, broadcast live on cable channel 20, and streamed on the city website. Please be advised that pursuant to the executive order and to limit the spread of COVID-19 and to ensure the health and safety of the public by restricting human contact that could spread the COVID-19 virus, we are not meeting in person. The Veterans Hall is not open for this meeting. In fact, there's no physical location for public viewing. Remote public participation includes correspondence via email prior to this meeting or logging into this Zoom meeting as is happening right now. Do we have anyone for public comment?
Mr. Chair, at this time, nobody in the queue has their hand raised.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, seeing none, let's move to the next item. The next item on the agenda is our consent calendar. The items on the calendar are A1, Recreation Service Division Status Report, and A2, Recreation Service Division Participation Report. Do I have a motion to accept these two reports?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, A1 and A2 are received and filed. The next order of business is public hearings.
We just did it.
Do we have anyone to participate in the public hearings?
No public hearing scheduled for this time, Mr. Chairman.
No public hearings. So I guess we'll move on to our business items. We have 4 business items. The first one is C1, Program Evaluation 2020, Breakfast with Santa.
That's
Kurt?
me.
Oh,
We're going to let Angelica go ahead and explain this wonderful program that
Well,
pulled off COVID style.
that's what I was about to say. We couldn't let COVID steal Santa from us, that's for sure. So we had to bring it back. The last few years we've ran this Breakfast for Santa out here at the community center, and this year we thought, you know what, these kids have had enough taken from them, and they needed to see Santa, and we're fortunate enough that we have a Morrow-based Santa, so let's use him. So we did ours a COVID version, which means it was a drive-through. They drove through the community center parking lot. They picked up a to-go pre-prepped breakfast, pancake breakfast. They had to pre-register, so we knew who was coming. We had fun characters. The Grinch was out there. We had Gingerbread Man, Snowman, and of course Santa. They waved, and then we set up a socially distanced Santa picture area. So they were 6 feet apart. Santa had his mask on. They had theirs, and they still got to yell across the 6 feet to him and tell him what they wanted and see him. And I think that was really, really important to our kids. We sold 60 tickets. That was great. And we kept it small. We didn't advertise too huge because this was our first time doing this. We didn't know how it was going to go. But it was successful in our opinion. We spent not too much on our food. It was pancakes are cheap, thank goodness. And staffing, of course, but I think that was really great. We had lifeguards out there. We had kids club staff out there, and from responses from parents, a lot of them were happy just to see their lifeguard, their swim instructor, or their kids club teacher out there. So I think that added to the success of this event. We will definitely bring it back every year. We'll be back again next year. Who knows if it will be a COVID style drive-through or back to inside, but we definitely learned some things we liked about doing it to go and drive through, and we noticed we have a great parking lot to do some fun drive-through events, so that may be in our future. Any questions about it?
I have one.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering, I've done a lot of pancake breakfasts before, and probably the rest of the commissioners won't like this, but what if, to save the cost, who did the pancakes?
That's I love where you're going with this, Dr. Bob. We have typically asked volunteers to come out, the Lions group, Kiwanis group, whoever is interested. This year, unfortunately, due to COVID and no groups being able to volunteer, because of the virus, we had to pay staff this time. So that is something that put our cost up. But we would love volunteers if that's where you're going.
Oh yeah, I was thinking, like I've done it for many organizations, and it's a fun event.
Yeah, we agree. This was a great, it's always fun for the kids, and I think it's fun for staff too. So yeah.
And you make the pancakes inside, or where do you do the pancakes?
Yeah, this time the staff made them in our kitchen, and then we just boxed them up. It was a pancake sausage, a little tangerine fruit, so nobody touched it. Nobody put their germs on it, and then we put it all in a box with the to-go setting and delivered them to their cars.
Okay, good. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, is there a motion to receive and file?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept and file.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing no opposition, C1, Program Evaluation 2020, Breakfast with Santa, is received and filed. Thank you, Angelica.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Let's move on to C2, Program Evaluation 2020, Winter Holiday Hangout.
That's me again.
All right.
We've done holiday hangouts in the past. They're more of like a winter break camp or spring break camp, just basically a childcare for families who still have to work while school's out of session. This year, I wasn't sure if I was going to run one just with everything going on, but within our around 70 families, there was still a need for childcare during those 2 weeks that the school was closed. So we offered a 3-day, just the way the holidays fell. We were able to offer a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday program, and we only, due to the licensing rules, I can only offer it to the families that are already in our pods. So it was a smaller group than normal, but it was still healthy. We had I want to say an average of 25 kids a day, and we did some fun little winter, gingerbread houses, and of course everything is COVID style, so everything is your own stuff, and but it was still really great. We did some outside play, and we did a snowed-in day where they watched movies and got to wear pajamas and eat popcorn. But it was great. It was helpful for these families, and I think that's why we continue to offer these. Our families really do depend on us, so we will definitely continue doing this. Any questions on this one?
I think it's great. Any program that we make money on is good.
Yeah, ours are pretty easy. My cost is usually staff, and but the truth is, childcare is needed out there, and our prices are not high. They're very equal to everyone else in the county.
What are the prices?
But for this camp, we typically charge about $25 a day. Is your average payment. So, and I would say over all our programs, it's about 25. Our school program averages 40 a day, but again, we're doing school with them, and we open 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. So,
Okay.
yeah, but that's typically it's somewhere between your 25 and 40, depending on what we're offering that day. So, yeah. So, like I said, parents, they need it, and we've been, not with this program, of course, with the holiday hangouts, but with our before and after school programs, I was able to partner with the district, and they provide a scholarship to our families. They provide they offer half, like off their tuition, so they pay us half of a weekly tuition for every child.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the Estero Bay Foundation, we've been working together to have them start helping a little more too with some of our families who are in real need of this. So that's cut the cost for a lot of families. But I mean, so on an average, our families are paying around $70 a week for childcare Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 5:30.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That is very nice. Very, very good.
So thanks, guys. Any other questions?
No.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, Angelica. May I have a motion to receive and file?
I'll make a motion to receive and file.
I'll second that.
Second. Good. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing no opposition, C2, Program Evaluation 2020, Winter Holiday Hangout is received and filed. Moving on to C3, Staff Report Proposition 68 Update.
I'll take this one, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. These are ongoing verbal updates of our slow-moving progress in Prop 68 grants. The one that I'm working on now is the per capita program. We've discussed this a number of different times. We're still within the window of opportunity to again submit our application, which we've done once before. They had some changes to the program. I've completed those requirements and then just need to sit down with our city team and then resubmit this application. The project we're going after is the replacement of the Coleman Park restrooms. And that's still the project that we're focusing on. Unfortunately, we did not get the $200,000 that they had said we would based on our population. They dropped that down to $177,000. But we're moving forward, and we're hoping to do some other park improvements there that have not been determined yet. Pardon me. We did get set back a bit, as did the state, with moving forward with this program. We lost our capital projects, or excuse me, our maintenance superintendent who was handling the capital project. So that's now fallen onto my shoulders, as well as our maintenance supervisor who stepped up into that role of the maintenance superintendent's role. So we're working together. This will happen. We want to get this done sometime before the summer, but it's going to be close. What I did not do is update this staff report to show that it's Prop 16, not just per capita program, but there's also another program, or a number of programs that are available. The next one that's coming up is called the Rural Recreation and Tourism Program. That one is a competitive grant opportunity, different than the per capita, which is there's no competition with that. So the Rural and Rec and Tourism grant opportunity, there's $23 million available, and projects can range anywhere from a minimum of $200,000 up to, I believe it was $3 million. I completed the mandatory workshop just this morning to go through their 100-page application packet. And we'll be sitting down with the city team to make some determinations if and how we should move forward with that program. With that, I'd entertain any questions that you might have.
No questions?
No question.
No?
Okay. Well, great. Thank you, Kirk. May I have a motion to receive and file?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing no opposition to C3, Staff Report Proposition 68 Update, received and filed. Moving along to C4, that's our staff report 2020 COVID.
And I'll take that one again, Mr. Chairman.
All righty.
This was written by Charlie Lowe, our administrative technician, with a few modifications by me. That's why I put my name on there. But I left her name up because we don't have Charlie in our office any longer. We lost her a few months ago permanently to City Hall. So it was my way of just saying thanks to her by keeping her name on the report. But I did appreciate her putting this report together, basically discussing what this office has gone through over this last year of COVID. We've seen quite the changes here, lost more than half of our staff, really changing our whole business operation on what we do. Everything's COVID style, as you just heard. Along with these programs that we're offering, and our main offerings right now are the distance learning program, as well as our aquatics operations at the Morro High School Aquatic Center. We are mandated to recover 100% costs, and that's for most programs. And what you saw with Angelica's program, the Breakfast with Santa, we did not recover 100% costs. That's a different type of a community offering that we do, and it's understood and accepted by City Council that we would not recover the funds for that program. But others that we're doing, like her holiday hangout, or like swim lessons, or any pool operations, any other programs that we might be looking to do, need to be 100% cost recovery, which covers all equipment, supplies, and staffing of the day, days for the event or activity. Let me see, what else could I talk about on this? We're closely monitoring the information coming from the state and from the county public health office regarding the tiers and the levels and how we can move forward. Unfortunately, at this time, we all know we're on a lockdown still, and we're in purple tier, but we are on a lockdown, so we're not able to really do much outside of what we're offering right now. But we do expect it to loosen up a little bit and enough to where we'll be able to offer our junior lifeguard program this summer and continue on with our aquatics and child care services. Short of that, this office spends time with some facility management. Also, we surprisingly have picked up a couple of the services that the senior center would provide. One in particular is the static medical equipment loaning program, and we get something at least once a day of someone dropping something off or borrowing something, which is a real surprise to our office. We didn't know it was such a busy program. So we're trying to help with that. This office also is part of the city's emergency operations center team, and I meet twice a week. Let me see, 2 per 8, 9 times a month, I should say, with these meetings and helping where we can with the either the Morro Cares program or Morro Connects program, or any way that we can help out here with the community. That's kind of enough. I think, most of the language in the report would give you a good idea of what we do, but I'm happy to answer other questions that you might have.
I'm just glad that we're still able to do a few of those essential services that are needed in our community.
Yes, we really are too. And the overwhelming amount of support and praise that we have been receiving regarding our programs, both with childcare and with the aquatics program, it's just been fantastic. People really do understand the difficulties that the community that is facing, but very appreciative for our efforts of being able to provide these programs, because we understand it's important and it's necessary.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes. May I have a motion to receive and file?
I'll make a motion to receive and file.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Seeing no opposition, C4 Staff Report 2020 COVID is received and filed. Next on our agenda is the future agenda items. Do we have any future agenda items, Mr. Carmichael?
I don't have any to agendize now. If there's something that commissioners would like to offer up, we need concurrence from one other commissioner to agendize. All clear?
Kind of hard to agendize anything when not much is happening out there.
It is. It's kind of funny. But before we do go, I did want to say again, thank you to Skip Sorge for his service.
Yes, thank you, Skip.
Working with us.
Skip.
They'll be replaced by Melissa Davis, who is a longtime resident of Morro Bay. She's got a couple of kids. One child that does use our program. So she's familiar with what we do here, and we're looking forward to her joining us as well. I just want to say again, thanks, Skip.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you.
And just a quick word. I think you're going to find that she is very energetic, and I think she's going to be a real advocate to the community within the Parks and Rec department. So.
Great, thank you.
Good to hear.
That was very good.
I have one question for you, Kirk.
Yes, sir.
So I know this is probably not exactly the Park and Rec category since we moved everything over to maintenance, but the baseball field over there that's being resodded, how's that going? Do you know?
I don't know. I know there's a section I think that they had cordoned off on the west field. Is that what you're referring to, Bob?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where the big hole was out there and they tore it all up and resodded. Yes, I was just wondering.
Yeah. I think the fencing's still up. We're trying to keep folks off it. We were having some guys playing soccer out there late at night. So I think they're keeping the fence up until it does take hold and do well. So I've got nothing.
Oh, okay.
To offer on that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like it's time to adjourn.
Yeah, and our next meeting, Mr. Chairman?
We're adjourning to the next regular Recreation and Parks Commission meeting at 6 p.m. Thursday, March 18th, 2021, via teleconference.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
All right.
So adjourned.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Have a good two months. We'll see you in 2 months.
Okay.
Stay well. Everybody stay well.
Okay.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, guys.
Okay. Right.
Time out, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
You're muted.
It looks like we had a hand raised with Laurel,
Oh.
Councilmember Barton, but it looks like it went away.
I need to ask if you want to talk.
Her hand's up again.
Z, can you help us?
There she is.
Yes, I
there
will
she
put
is.
her on. Just a moment.
Hi, Laurel.
Hi, Laurel.
No, it says I'm muted. Oh, gosh.
We can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Well, gosh, I've been trying to wave my hand at you, but you guys haven't met me yet. But I'm a new city council member, and Recreation and Parks is one of my assigned committees. And I was listening with great interest how much business you have generated and the good help to families with the Christmas program, and that is fabulous. And helping get the school open to kindergartners, that's amazing. So that's really great. The other thing, Kirk, I'm an old grant writer, and so I've done a number of grants on parks, and so I was listening very attentively to the applications that you are working on.
Mm-hmm.
And the area out going towards the rock where you're applying for the restroom, in my mind, I used to walk my dog there every day, but I don't have her anymore, so I'm not there every day now. But I was thinking of like an additional lighting as you go farther towards the rock. There's a big long stretch that needs some light. So that would be something you could add to the restroom project, perhaps.
Okay, thank you.
The other thing is when you get down to the end by the rock where it curves around and then crosses the road to go over to the beach, instead of just that, there's that drops off pretty sharply there. And I was thinking that it might be a good idea to include a handicap ramp there and do a better job of the walkway that goes along where people stand and fish along there where the bronze statue is, and in that area, make it handicapped accessible. So those are just some ideas.
Thank you. I like those ideas.
I think she just volunteered to write some grants for that, didn't she?
I've got a feeling she's going to be a very busy lady.
So that's what I had. Just and I like the rural rec and tourism. I'll have to give that some thought because, of course, we're swamped with tourists, and that's a good thing. So I think we can come up with some additional ideas.
Yes. Well, thank you. Thank you for your input. And I meant you were going to be a busy lady with the city council, not with writing our grants.
And I'm interested in getting an ongoing swimming pass. I never know what day I'm going to be able to get there. Mm-hmm. And so is it possible to get a pass that would just like let me in on the days that I can get there and then I'll pay you for them? Or what could I do?
Not during COVID.
Oh, is the pool? No, isn't the pool open?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we can't do that. We're doing online registration so as to minimize the contact of person-to-person contact.
The online registration is a hassle, though, if you don't know which days you're going to be able to go, and it just sort of happens, and when you're open to go. But anyway, okay, I will mind I'll be a good sport and get myself on the sign up.
9:30 tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay. Hey, I might be able to do that. I've been Zooming all day today since 8:30 this morning. I've been sitting at my kitchen table Zooming. So, so tomorrow I think I have the day off. So
tomorrow at 9:30, and they'll sell out kind of quick.
Okay. All right. So when we hang up here, then I'll go and find the spot again.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Well, what a pleasure to meet all of you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Laura.
Nice meeting you.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad you saw my hand.
Thanks, Angelica.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a nice evening.
You too.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Okay. Bye now.
Bye.